I want this to be over with so I can move on with my life. And right now, Biomotor Unitron is my life. Giant Bomb is my life. Writing about video games is a hobby. But alas, I am here, stuck. I wouldn't call this a Sisyphean torment. It is just a thing that I have willingly opted myself into. Who am I to say what is right, what is good? I am not an arbiter of justice. No. The true arbiter of justice has to be Pengun. Look at that guy. It's a penguin. With a gun! How could you ever defy him? He's a penguin. With a gun. Okay. Oh, no, wait, that's not what I wanted. Ah, yeah, I do want this. Alright, let's finish this shit. It's not as much grinding as I thought it would be. We're actually in a good spot. We're level 35. The guide says to be level 30. Obviously, my biggest mistake was taking the healing spell as well as... Aren't you supposed to be supporting your better friend, Joku? Got friends. Got friends to talk to. People.
He's playing some sort of puzzle game.
We've got Relkin's playing the Yakuza.
He's doing karaoke.
One of the better minigames. I would rank it above Shogi. Has he played Shogi yet?
No, just a bunch of mahjong.
If he starts playing Shogi, I got a couple of algorithms and robots that can make it easier for him. Alright, so we are basically at the end of the game. I've got a couple of debate and discussion topics for you, for me, for everyone here.
All right.
But otherwise, yeah, looking at the guide, it says to talk everyone in town, which we've already done, but we'll double check to make sure that this save has that data, or data, as some people say, but we don't trust those people. I have the EP boosting sub-tanks, which I prefer because it just means I don't have to worry about EP at all. And then I have the Red Claw as well as the Plate. We're going to upgrade one of these. I believe we're going to upgrade... I think we have to... We got a couple of upgrades that we want to do. So. For now, let's just go. We've got to figure out... Did I talk to everyone? Mm-hmm. Oh, she's a bartender. Are you scared? So am I. Aren't we all scared? A little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, you're worried about entering eternal peace? Not me. I shouldn't joke about that. Suicide is not the answer. Get help. I say that not even as a joke or a bit. I was just thinking about what that joke was, and I regret it. Zappa, please save this town. Bring back the peaceful world we once knew. Oh, so you're a conservative. You want to go back to the old days. Hey, Misi. I'm scared. What is that, Zappa? It's a bad guy, isn't it? Is it a devil? The devil's inside you. So when we start getting into the dungeon, I'll Bring up debate topic number 1. I can pray. Ah, yes. Ye old Final Fantasy and also non-Final Fantasy JRPG trope. Person who prays. Really, it's a Mother thing. That was really something that Mother did then kind of made popular.
Rosa in Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah. Yeah, I said Final Fantasy. But I think of kind of like Earthbound having a character who defeats the final boss in said encounter by praying. I've been doing a lot of thinking about like Earthbound because I've been thinking about nominating Hylix and Hylix 2 for the podcast. And it made me realize kind of like what you and Jeff and I'm starting to come around to is like Earthbound is fine. Earthbound is even good. But like thinking of it as being the only anti-RPG or presenting it as the greatest anti-RPG is just not just
play Moon instead.
It's just not true. It's not true. And also it's not true. The genre has evolved. The genre has morphed. It's done so much more than be JRPG light with weird story stuff. Irreverent levels that you think about after you're done with them. Like, that's the thing about, like, better anti-RPGs is the process of playing them doesn't suck complete shit, which is the problem I have especially with Earthbound 1 or Mother 1. Mother 1, it hates you. In fact, I'm willing to go so far as to say I think Mother 1 is bad. Mother 1 is just, like, so much grinding.
It's really hard.
And there's that part where you're down a party member, or the party member leaves, and you have to, like, walk before you get a new party member. I might be misremembering things, but it's not easy. And it's not even, like... They were still figuring things out narratively.
Well, how'd you want to ever figure something out narratively?
If you want to tell a story, you should just make a visual novel. Now you give a dryad, you bitch! And it's too expensive. Fuck off. I hate my life.
Oh, you shouldn't.
A dryad that's cheaper. I will buy this. Yes, I will buy this. Anyways. So yeah. Like the anti-RPG as a genre, I feel like people who talk up a game, a big lot of mess for Earthbound, those people just need to play more games. Do you think those people have gone on to like Undertale? Do you think the Earthbound and the Mother 3 perverts, Brayden, have moved on to Undertale?
They've never moved on, but they are into Undertale. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Do you think that Earthbound people played Moon?
No.
Do you think Earthbound people played Hylix?
Absolutely not.
Let's go here. Right now, I don't have anything to really actually... Yeah, let's start Like, I only know off because of Tumblr. It's like maybe the greatest thing that Tumblr ever imparted with me, other than the invite to TumblrCon, which I didn't go to. I got invited to TumblrCon, and I didn't go to it, and I fucking
not?
regret it. I could have been a part of the memes, guys. Could have been there. I fucking kick myself about that every day. It sucks.
As you should.
Oh man. Do you know, like, Brayden, do you understand how much internet cred I would have if I could just say that I went to TumblrCon in person? That I was the guy in the ball pit?
Oh, you mean DashCon?
Yeah. I got an invite to it, and I didn't go, because I was worried about college.
Is that the ball pit that broke someone's leg?
No, it's an even more ancient meme. It's a long story. I don't know if we... So Tumblr got into feud with 4chan, okay? So already we're off to a bad start, right? Anyways, so Tumblr was like, well, 4chan's never done a convention. We're gonna do a convention. And so, like, multiple Tumblr users raised enough money to rent out a space. And it's like, everybody bring something to do in this convention that we're gonna host for Tumblr users. And then, no one brought anything, and it was just like 20 or 30 people showed up.
Oh, that would have been... Okay, yeah, that would have been pretty good.
And the biggest picture that came from that were people playing in a ball pit.
So you're saying is it was cool and he should have gone.
Yeah. I fucking regret it, man. I regret it. I really do.
I mean, I regret it for you.
Why was the Unitrons hyphenated there?
The world may never know.
Okay, so guys making crystals. Okay, there's your problem. Are they going to talk about the vibrations getting rid of my negative chi?
Oh, I hope so.
Hello, gamers.
Are we going to East?
Hey, gamer.
East? What was the guy who had started his own cult and then he started getting spied on by Scientologists because they thought that his cult was too similar to his? Their cult was too similar to theirs. I'm your only hope. I wonder where you got that sentence from. Good luck, Zappa. Alright, so what do we got here? We've got a mine. Look at that elephant in a Santa suit. What the fuck?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it's Santa elephant. You never heard of Santa elephant?
Allies.
Damn, son. This is too much, man. This is too good. I don't know if I can handle this. Now you give me the accessory that I spent all that money on for free? Cerberus, but they didn't spell Cerberus because they didn't have enough space?
Cerebin.
Oh, it's a good dog.
Who's a good dog? Damn, son. Salamanders? I got some salamanders.
Flamender.
I played Hey, Harlot, I played salamanders in 40K back in the day. What does that say about me? You judging me as a person?
You playing salamanders means that you are inherently a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fuck
you
yeah.
picked the correct Space Marine chapter.
You picked, unironically, probably the only group of people in 40K that are generally good.
And fun to play.
And they set things on fire.
And they set things on fire that deserve to be set on fire.
Which
Have you
is a
thought
lot
about
of
that?
things.
Which is most things.
Ah. So anyways, debate topic number 1. As I grind away in this dungeon.
Uh-huh.
So this is inspired by the thread where people are talking about the Switch, and it's like, how do you feel about the Switch in 2023? And people are like, yeah, Zelda was good, and everything else was kind of like, Actually, I thought Pikmin was good. But anyways, what do you think we're gonna write about in terms of the legacy of the Switch? It's literally one of the best-selling video game consoles of all
the
time.
Switch is incredibly successful.
It's a return to form for Nintendo after the Wii U.
Yeah, because they just put all the Wii U games that were good.
But that's the thing, is like, when you judge the Switch for how long it lasted, and like the amount of talent that Nintendo put into making games for the Switch, do you kind of view it as a disappointment?
What?
Like, think about how long that console was running.
The Switch is going to end up being their longest running console.
It's going to be their longest running console, but what did they end up doing? They ended up doing what happens to every Nintendo console, which is internal games were good, there were a few third-party games that were fine, but why would you play them over, like, their other console counterparts? And then second-party support was actually kind of a mess, because you had Retro Studio not release a game other than remasters, and other partners that just weren't even present. So, like, what are we gonna write about? The way that we talk about the Wii being a very first-party focused console, but very important to introducing people into the hobby, is that how we're gonna talk about the Switch in 4 or 5 years from now?
No, because the Switch had more good games than the Wii. Like, a lot more.
The Switch even has some of the Wii's good games.
But don't you feel like a certain element of the way we talk about the Wii will apply to the Switch?
Yes, in the way the enthusiast side of things talks about these consoles is at this point,
I mean, you should never trust the nerds.
exhausting.
I think that my thing is that the way that I look at the Switch is the same way I look at the Wii, in that people are going to talk it up as if it was greater than it truly was. And then
the
people
Switch probably deserves to be talked up.
does it though, if we're talking about like the it again, I think my point is like, you think about how long that console lasted for, isn't it kind of weird that they were only really able to
out of it.
Don't you think that they could have gotten more out of it?
I mean, that's any console. You want to get more out of it.
Sure. But I guess I'm playing devil's advocate for the sake of it, for like... I think that the Switch is a very good console. I think it's maybe... Again, I view it as a return to form for Nintendo. And even in a lot of ways, like, it's like a fulfillment of some of the promises they showed with the Wii. It's like a... You did good. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, kids fucking love that thing. But as we all know from experience, like, what is the Achilles heel of Nintendo? That Achilles heel is they don't know how to follow up a good console with another good console.
Well, there's the NES and SNES.
Yeah, but there was virtually no competition. Like, Atari was, like, completely tripping over its own dick at that point.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. I burp and
I know,
on
like,
stream.
He's way worse than that. Like,
I make bad, crass jokes that make people feel uncomfortable. Talk to Brayden about that. What the hell's going on your side of the world, Harley?
Daisy is having fun.
That's good. I like it when people have fun.
I hate when people have fun.
I made stir fry for dinner tonight.
Oh. You know what I made? I made pulled pork sandwiches. Except I forgot to buy bread, like good bread for it, so I put it in bagels.
That's not bad.
So it was pulled porks, pickles, and onions with extra
look at
barbecue
you.
sauce.
I'm replaying Fallout 4 because I can't play the new Fallout game.
Play
76?
Oblivion instead of Fallout 4.
What's the new Fallout game? Oh, you're making a facetious remark about Starfield.
Yes. I don't own Oblivion, so I can't play Oblivion.
Shame.
Why aren't you playing Skyrim?
Because I downloaded Fallout 4 first.
Have fun with the they made the base building mechanic better in Fallout 4 eventually. Eventually.
I mean, I personally still, wouldn't.
My problem with Fallout 4 is like the complete lack of like actual follow through on every promising plot thread with like the Commonwealth. Is this enemy called the Hippie? Yeah, it's called the Hippie. The Hippie is a robot magic goblin.
Goddamn hippie magic robot goblins.
That's what I say about hippies in general. Goddamn fucking hippies. Trying to take away my rights. Fucking, who do you think you are?
We
Coming
gotta
in
take
on
away
me.
their rights. They don't take away yours.
I gotta take away their rights so that they don't take my rights away. That's what we call America. That's how we dealt with South America in the Cold War, Braden.
Oh, I was gonna say, my favorite thing about Fallout 4 is that they give your dude character, Nate, like a backstory as like a fucking
Oh, but
army
it's so...
sergeant and shit.
Oh, but
And
some
then-
of them are so bad if you don't know which one you picked and you don't deal with the consequences until much later.
What are you talking about?
Like, Fallout 4's, like, backstory stuff is, like, such a great idea. Oh, man, look at that frog.
You know what? Jay's right.
Look at that toad? Is that a toad or a frog?
Well, what I was gonna
it's
say,
a crystalline entity.
I mean, not right now.
what I was gonna say is like Nate's like a fucking army sergeant, which like, sure that makes sense. If you play as him and he gets frozen, he can wake up and just kick ass right out of the freezer. But if you play as Nora, you're just a fucking like law. You're just a lawyer. Why the fuck does Nora come out of the deep freeze immediately knowing how to handle like homemade firearms and power armor?
Because that's the kind of lawyer she was.
It's the United States of America.
It's the
Yeah,
United
Second Amendment. Oh, shit, yeah,
Power
I
ar-
gotta use that stat debuff ability more often.
Power armor falls under the Second Amendment.
Absolutely.
I have a right to be a robot.
I have a right to own a recreational tank.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's America. God damn it. We live in America. We don't live in communist Russia. Last time I checked, this wasn't Russia. The Soviets lost the Cold War for a reason. It's because of the superiority of capitalism. American exceptionalism is a truth. Anyways, do you have something you want to talk about? Recent game news that you've been thinking about, Braden?
They delayed that Alone in the Dark game.
Oh,
Which makes me sad.
I think that
as
they
some-
gave a pretty valid reason, though. Like, that October month looks
they're
fucked.
valid. They're valid in saying, hey, what if we
Avoided this murderer's
Avoided.
row.
a murderer's row of an October?
It's loaded.
Sure.
Yeah, it's loaded.
Are there games coming out in October? What's coming out in October?
Boy.
Everything.
Everything that hasn't come out this year is coming out in October.
Okay,
Run
but I
down
don't know
the
what-
list, Brayden.
If I knew the names of the games coming out, I'd know the games
Sony's-
coming out.
Sony's Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
Brought to you by Sony.
I think Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, I believe. Yes.
Duty of Call.
To be fair, a new Call of Duty comes out every 9 months.
Yeah.
They've been spacing them out a little bit better.
And they're still not as good as Modern Warfare 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're one
well,
of those sickos.
Yeah, that one came out last year.
No, not the remake, the original, but also I do not care about Call of Duty. I have played 2 Call of Duty games in my whole life, and one of them was on the PlayStation 2, and I do not remember its name.
Wait, so did you ever reach rank C?
I'm at the end of the game.
Oh, really? That was fast.
I've got to beat the environmental bosses at the end of the dungeons after this gauntlet.
Oh, so you're already the Master of Masters?
I'm Master of Masters.
Whoa, that was actually pretty quick. It's like only like
Yeah,
a
this
6-hour game.
game's
huh?
not the worst in terms of the amount of time you need to put in it. I'm genuinely impressed. It's got a nice clip. I think that the real length of this game comes if you play it blind and you don't know how to do the item combinations.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that I
Figure
feel
it out on
would
your own.
be
Take a
a
while.
very long commitment, let's say. This guy's name is Jacko.
Yeah.
Not my favorite Animaniac. In fact, I think he's a little bit obnoxious.
Not my favorite Guilty Gear character.
Jacko, ha 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 ha. But she's presenting in a certain pose.
Yeah.
All right. There's a weird slowdown there, and I didn't know why. Ugh. So, Borgmaster, you wrote your PS1 blog. Could you run down some of the games that you played for that? Because it seemed like this was a real barn burner of a exhibition of quality games.
This was the revenge of European game development.
It
Uh,
seems
no,
like
we're-
you
we're
played
moving.
games of a questionable, if not dubious quality.
They were all dubious. Yeah, I played Summer Olympic Games, or was it Olympic Summer Games? I've already forgotten. Showing you how good that was. True Pinball.
So
Fate
this
to
is
Black
not a good Olympic
and
game?
Shell
Say
Shock.
what?
The only
It's
good
worse
Olympic
than
game
track
for
and field.
Mario and Sonic.
Are they? I think some of those early track and field games were actually good when they were tied to the Olympics.
Emeren's home.
But imagine
Yay.
like a bad one of those.
Yeah.
Braden says hi, Em.
You know,
I
like,
say-
that's
even
that's
I
pretty
say
bad
hello.
time.
CP also says hi.
I am.
Borgmaster says hi.
Borgmaster says hi.
Oh, whoa! Look at that squid.
But yeah, no.
Fuck
So
yeah.
imagine like a track and field, but bad. That also.
I mean, I was a
made you
kid who was
fight
beating track and
all-
field by using my
Listen,
hands
I
on those
I
pads.
played a lot of Nagano 98.
Yeah.
You did that ski jump.
All right. So imagine playing that, but you have to watch 29 AI competitors do the event too,
Wait, what?
like one after the other. Yeah, yeah. The default. I mean, you can turn it off. but
Like
the
you have to
default
watch it
option
in
is-
real time too?
Yes.
Oh
Like you're watching the
no.
Olympics, but it's really bad polygonal gameplay. And like you you can skip past them, but there's 29, so you're like, you know, doing X button, you're like you're jamming on the button just as much as you are during the mini games.
That sounds awful.
It's pretty bad. It takes forever to do anything, and there are some good mini games and some really bad mini games. So that's uneven.
So you're saying you're having a good time.
I'm saying.
When was the
it's
last
toward
time
bottom
you
of the
played?
list.
Okay, real talk. When was the last time you played a game where it's like, man, I can imagine playing this again for fun?
The last time.
It's like, man, I think that this game has aged well.
For the PS1 or like in general?
You know what? Let's go in general.
In general, I actually need to pull up my lists. This is a difficult
take that.
question. Actually, you know what? How about Wing Commander 3? Or that's good. I mean, Darkstalkers is good. Like if I had to play with, I'd play that.
I regularly replay Legend of Dragoon.
Why?
Because I like it, and it's fun.
I believe
I get that the story goes in interesting directions, but the timing...
Yeah, well, they can eat my entire butt.
Yeah.
The whole timing shit in that game is boring. Like, you have
Yeah,
no
they missed the part
motivation
about
of
eating
doing
the
the more
entire butt.
complex combos. You're better off just sticking with the bad ones at the beginning.
You missed the part
Hold
about
on.
eating the entire
No,
butt.
hold on. What do you mean you have no motivation to do the better combos?
None.
The better
Zero.
combos, they do more damage, and
They do more
give you
damage,
more
but they increase until you learn they... Sometimes there's no practice mode in that fucking thing, so it's really hard, like, relying on the spawning of easy enemies where you can actually test shit on them. I just don't like it. I thought it was very slow, and the story takes forever to get interesting, and then once it does, it's kind of up its own ass.
Anyway, so the last two games that I played for this that like are actually good are Darkstalkers and Wing Commander 3. And like
What?
Descent. Like those are good games. Like I would play those again.
Yeah, you
So,
like,
how about
so
that?
you really like Felicia, huh? You're telling a lot about yourself to us.
Not really. Like that's not the kind of character archetype I would go for. For some
That's
reason,
not what I'm hearing.
Rick Wolf. I
Not
mean,
what
I
I'm
like
hearing.
joking about Felicia. Felicia is very fun to joke about. But I wouldn't play as her. Now, John Taliban, on the other hand, I want him to be my main, but I can't get a handle on it.
He's a charge character.
Oh, that explains it. What about Rick Bull, the Fishman?
So do I have steel? I do. Do I have tungsten? I do.
Because the Fishman feels
Do
pretty
I
good. to
have
use.
Zeus? Yes, I do. Do I have Hades or Meister? No, I don't.
I have Meister. Yeah,
Wow.
so did that answer your question about that?
What? Who are you? Who are you
I don't
people?
know. I don't know. Oh, so True Pinball is the third pinball game I've had to play for these vlogs. And the weird thing about those pinball games is that they get made in that time period by weirdly significant developers. Such as True Pinball was created by Digital Illusions.
Hmm.
Does that ring a bell?
No, not at all.
Alright, so they're in Sweden.
Mm-hmm. Oh, are they, the Grin?
No.
They're the only Swedish people I can think of about video game world.
Hi, Maggie.
They would change their name.
Have you heard of Dice?
Oh, okay. So they're
Yeah,
dice.
Dice. It's literally Dice. They started out by making pinball games for the Amiga
Yeah.
because they were weirdos.
I
And
have
then-
no problems with that.
And then
Humble
Extreme
beginnings.
Pinball was epic. Like, pre-Unreal Epic made Extreme Pinball for the PS1. So truly humble beginnings. But yeah, I don't like pinball. Just in general. Not my thing.
I like pinball, like actual physical pinball. Digital pinball's awful.
I like none of the above.
That's your own opinion. I respect you as a human being. You have killed my companions. Why? Why do you resist? Our master wishes only to save all life, yours also. But if you deny this, I have no choice but to kill you here and now. We killed his friends.
Saying it like that?
So are you the bad guy, actually?
Am I the bad guy, actually? It's a great question.
That guy looks like a legendary Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. It was even manifested like a bird. Oh shit, this guy's fucking hitting hard.
He's actually fighting you, unlike everything else.
Ah, I see. This sometimes happens where the bosses have, like, super powerful attacks that do damage, but they can only do them, like, once or twice.
Okay.
Oh, shit. He's gonna actually possibly kill me here.
Probably heal.
No, no way. I'm leaking energy.
That's my advice.
I'm gonna keep debuffing him. I wanna see how much I do damage.
Anyway, so then there's Fade to Black, which is the sequel to Flashback.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Has Flashback aged well?
probably not.
Should I heal? I should probably heal.
Yes, you should heal. Fade to Black has aged worse than Flashback, I would say. It reminds me of Bioforge, trying to play it, if that gives you any idea of the experience. So that's a bad time. I don't recommend it. Also, the writing is very stupid, and it's French.
Well,
so
Bioforge's
those are all reasons
writing is dumb.
not to play it. Yeah, no, all those games had dumb writing.
Yeah, all of them.
Well, I mean, all those like early 3D, like action adventure things, like Siberia. Fade to
No,
Black,
Siberia's got a
Bioforge.
really good story.
No, like CYBERI.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, Cyber area.
Right.
Cyber.
I asked you if I should play the PC version of that game, and you're like, no.
Oh, really? I said that? I was being nice. You totally should play the PC version of that.
No, you said no. On a good mood, you said no.
And then finally was Shell Shock, which I don't know how to discuss.
Is it a Shell Shock? So is it like a war game?
No, it has nothing to do with that other Shell Shock series. Funny enough.
So what's it about?
No, it's basically Battlezone, but like with updated graphics and like semi-destructible environments.
Mm.
It's first-person tank game that controls like crap. But the whole aesthetic around it is trying to go for like 90s, I guess, East Coast hip hop.
Really?
Everything. So all the characters are people of color.
Oh no! Does it
awful
improperly
aesthetic.
represent those people?
So the
Wait, they
game was
used a
made by Core
Zoroastrian
Design.
image here. That's the Zoroastrian person with the tiger body.
That's just
yeah.
Babylonian, my dude.
Oh, it's Babylon? But I thought I saw it in Zoroastrian texts.
The
Zoroastrianism
Zoroastrians
came after
are
Babylon.
monotheists,
But they believe in evil and good.
as opposed to you, a moral
Yes, yes,
relativist.
exactly.
I'm not
but
a
yeah, no,
moral
so,
relativist.
Shell Shock. Oh my god. So Shell Shock was made by Core Design. It was like Core something.
We're
by
gonna talk
Core.
about your recommendation list for Armor Core in a little bit, Brayden, so you better be ready. But anyways,
Oh, no, but
continue with
you know-
Shell Shock.
But you know who those guys are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like they're in like
British.
Derbyshire. England,
So wait,
East
like,
Core Design, yeah. So
What-
like, so imagine the whitest people on Earth.
why is it called Shell Shock then?
Cause it's basically like they try to do the Black A Team So they were like former special ops, deniable, betrayed by the government, and now they take on random missions for good.
So is it in the future or is it the present?
In the present, well, in the future of 1997.
Okay, we are not ready to actually fight the final boss, so we're just gonna steal all the good shit here.
But yeah, I don't think I'm equipped to discuss all of the layers of the implications around the.
So what you're saying is
that-
it's not a game that you plan to do a special. Actually, can I pick your brain? When does a game get a special one-off for you? When does it justify? Because you did it for Virtual Highlight. I forgot what the other one you did your special report on.
Space Griffin.
Space Griffin, because it had weird FMV.
Yes, or just weird writing and voice acting.
Oh, right, no.
Like the weirdest writing and voice acting imaginable.
And you didn't do a special, or are you going to do a special on Plumbers Don't Wear Ties?
I'm going to look at that re-release when it comes out.
Okay.
And see if there's any of the interviews have anything useful. Because when I say that the creator of that game has nothing on the internet about him, I mean nothing. So the fact that they got him to sit down and talk about it is the main thing I'm going to look at to see if I should write anything about that game. But no, I could. Because I probably am equipped enough, kind of, to discuss that. But yeah, I'm fully unequipped to talk about Shell Shock.
It's that uncomfortable or disquieting for you is just seeing these white people represent a culture that they don't have.
Have literally nothing to do with, but they're being sincere about it. It's not malicious.
Oh, so does this mean that they're do you feel like there's a blackface kind of element to it, or
I don't know, because when I looked in the credits, there was one member of the team who seems like they might have been Afro-British. So I don't know how much of this was his idea.
I see.
There's a lot to unpack, and I don't think I'm the person to do it.
Ow!
I'd love to see Austin Walker take a crack at that game.
I will say this, I think the one thing you gotta give Austin Walker credit for is that when he feels like you fucked up, he just calls you out for it. I feel like one of his most underrated things he ever didn't he write a review for Mafia 3?
Oh, did he?
I think he wrote something with Mafia 3, but that game really tries to represent what it's like to be African American during that period of time. Whether or not you believe that they earned the right to do that, there's a conversation to be had there. Although I will say, whatever goodwill you have about their intentions with that, sure gets pissed down the drain when you look up how that game ends.
Yeah.
I told you
so
guys
just
about how that game ends, right?
Maybe. But I'm just gonna finish.
Okay, sorry.
So just
I apologize.
imagine the most English people on the planet trying to make an African American A-team story.
Do they form together with Voltron? Is there something like that, or are they just doing action stuff?
Wait, you know what the A-team is, right?
Yeah, I know what the A-team is. Da 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 da.
Yeah. So just imagine
do they have a
tank
vehicle?
instead of a van. Yeah, it's a tank.
Oh.
It's a tank game. You drive the tank and shoot other tanks. And in fake Serbia.
So why are there
That's the fake
multiple
Serbian
party
Serbia.
members if it's a tank? You don't. I guess you do need a party to operate a tank.
There's a hub area. So there's an upgrade guy. There's the guy in charge.
Oh, so it's
No,
like
there's
Girls on
another
Panzer. Braden got that
Hey.
one.
I hate you.
Girls on Panzer. You guys got that anime reference.
I wish
Oh,
I
boy.
didn't.
But no, should I stream Shell Shock just to show people what's going on there?
You should put a content disclaimer. I'll just put that out.
Yeah.
If you really do want to do it, which, look, I've been there, where it's this is really questionable. I need the world to see this. All I would say, I just strongly recommend you put a content warning on your thing. We are going to bop
Okay.
out. So again, I'm gonna basically
But also the actual gameplay sucks. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I mean-
not good.
Oh, and it's
Look,
Yeah, it's
I'm
also
of the
bad.
opinion that the only really good tank game is Battlezone.
Yeah, so like imagine like a bad battle zone.
Like, I genuinely believe that Battlezone is like one of the few redeeming tank games that's actually I still think Battlezone is cool. We need to buy
Yeah, the
our
fact
weight
that core
here.
design went from Shell Shock to Tomb Raider in like 4 or 5 months is kind of insane. Anyway, also there's all kinds of stuff to be said about the British game development industry in the 90s and how it like fell over and died when the Amiga failed. Like there were so many publishers and developers, and everything just got consolidated or bought out
Yeah.
over the 90s. Like US Gold, Ocean, I mean Psygnosis, even like the biggest and most successful of them. You know, Eidos
Some of that
were-
is because of the whole situation with Gulf and Western, but yes.
Oh yeah, like Eidos was able to live for a few
Until
years
Square
past
Enix
the
killed
90s.
them.
Until Square Enix killed them. But yeah, no, it's interesting, and I have no information on like what was going on there, other than
Let's
that
develop.
like the money ran out. Anyway, so that's the summary.
Material steel. Yeah, sure. Let's
I've
use
now
a
played
tool.
the final games from US Gold, so now I never have to care about them again. They've tortured me enough
I,
for one of my time. Oh,
I
I
got
gave a shout out
derps.
to the Waterworld OST, because I talked about it.
Oh man, haven't we talked about this before? I've always posited that
Yes.
I think that the Waterworld OST is the greatest delta between the quality of the OST and the quality of the video game. And I think that we've posited that previously it was Chrono Cross, because the music in Chrono Cross is fucking amazing. But like the problem with the OST in Waterworld is the music is incredible and the game is dog shit.
It's like
Yeah,
Silver
that's-
Surfer for
that's-
the NES.
That's what I wrote, because I wanted Senpai to notice me. But Senpai didn't even read the damn thing, so... Oh well.
I'm your senpai.
Hey! Yes.
I'm so touched and honored. Okay.
But Jeff read it because he challenged me on my Metallica reference.
What
Which
did
is
you
how-
write?
which
What
is-
blog is this? There's so many blogs coming out now.
Put out one a week.
So this is your most recent one?
Yes.
I thought that Waterworld was... No, wait, yeah, they did release Waterworld on PS1.
No. I was also talking about Ocean.
Oh,
and I
Ocean,
mentioned it
right.
in relation to Ocean.
That
But no, like Fade to Black, the game.
is... Let's do
It's
Zeus.
called Fade to Black. You know what else is called Fade to Black? The song Fade to Black on the album Ride the Lightning.
I gotta save
By
after this,
Metallica.
because the chance of success with this refinement job is like in the 30s.
1984. It was their second album.
Yeah, anyways. Yeah, Ocean's had a reputation of having really good music, especially when they were making those C64 games. They had the Ocean loaders, because, you know, disk drives would take forever to load shit.
Ocean Loader. That's a good name.
No, you can literally Google or YouTube Ocean Loader and you can find all of their load music. It's great. Like, they are, and some of the musicians, or the, you know, the composers that they hired are directly responsible for having a huge role in the Amiga and even C64 demo scene.
Anyway, I'll be very happy when I can get past the era of all those Amiga refugees going over to the PlayStation.
It was a big
'Cause
thing.
Those,
It was a
those are
huge...
mostly not good games.
Those are
mostly
mostly
not
not good games. Like, you know how, like, there's that Amiga UI look where it's, like, flat screen, you and it's vertical, or not vertical, it's horizontal, big character, all that bullshit UI stuff on the corners or edges, and then you're just like slowly meandering from left to right. Like that Amiga look just is awful.
Yeah, like, so what's worse, like the Amiga look or the PC98 look?
Oh, I like the PC98 look.
Oh, because you're a pervert, right?
Yeah, PC98 games look cool. Amiga
I'm
games.
speaking of the PC98 version of Space Griffin, which is horrifying to look at. Anyway,
It's
speaking of
time
video
to
games,
save Scum!
I love save scumming.
I am not doing this entire process.
You have so much money.
I'm not doing this process over and over again. The materials for refining this weapon. I don't have a lot of duplicates here. I really don't.
You have so much money.
Shut up, your face. You have a beautiful face that I've never seen.
I have the face and voice and speaking ability of someone who writes.
Oh wait, I have 2 Meisters? That just makes it 100% chance of success. Why didn't I do this last time?
Like my favorite description of a artichoke.
I think I'm gonna dip. Have a good night, everybody.
All
Was
right,
that
no,
favorite
good one.
description of an artichoke? That was what you said?
I put the lime in the
Favorite
coconut.
description of an artichoke.
I love
What's a
artichoke
good
dip.
description?
Do we all like
Sounds like-
artichoke dip?
Description. What's a good description of an artichoke?
It's spiky on the outside, and it's got weird fuzzy stuff that's absolutely... I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I like artichokes that are like, you know, the pickled artichokes. I like the artichokes on my pizza. I like artichoke dip. I think that actually making your artichoke, like boiling them or cooking them, I think that's just way too much fucking work. I think they're slightly overrated. There's so much work to get in some good bits. Alright, so we've got the second, I think the second or third best item in the game. Alright, so let's go ahead and do... Let's do the Demon Blade. Okay.
Yeah, so apparently Jeffred's the only one who actually reads the PS1 blogs because he's the only one that calls me out on my bullshit.
I'm a full-time teacher, man. I got a limited amount of time.
Okay, so if you had to rank the tracks on Ride the Lightning, where would you put Fade to Black?
It feels like a B-C tier?
Really? Wait,
C? Am I thinking of the wrong game?
no, I'm talking about music now.
Fade to Black. Fuck. That's good.
I'm just playing Quake 2.
Can't believe it. Also, the fact that no one's giving me a hard time about my sandwich answer shows that no one actually reads these damn things.
What do you put in your... Oh, wow, I'm a new color. What do you put in your sandwich?
Nope, I'm not gonna say it.
Is this like when I'm like, hey, you should listen to my podcast, and then people are like, wait, you put your first name out on the internet? And I'm like, oh, well, someone doesn't watch my streams or listen to the podcast I'm on or otherwise pay attention to me as much as I desire.
I mean, I read y'all's bullshit. Oh well. But yeah, no, like the fact that I don't catch more shit about the things that I write. It is comforting.
Yet
because
I
am
do.
always
Yet
very
I
interested
do.
in things.
Yet I do. Why did
Yeah,
Why
'cause you
was
wrote
I
about
the
Final
one who caught
Fantasy.
shit? Why am I the one who gets called out for not understanding how chromatic scale works?
Because
people actually read your bullshit.
because first off, your blogs do pretty well,
I know.
which
Why?
I imagine bumps them up on SEO. Second off, your blogs are about Final Fantasy or
Why do I have to deal with weird fallout for things that I wrote when I was in my 20s?
Because you didn't delete it.
You know, I actually
because
do
it's
deal
there
with.
forever.
I do regret some of my verbiage with how I put the Final
like
Fantasy
so much
11
anime.
series, where I obviously antagonize people in the Final Fantasy 11 franchise by saying your game's bad.
I mean, that's just being honest.
Their game is bad though.
Is this where we just talk about how all MMOs are bad?
Don't say that. Oh, thank God,
certain
Harley's
level.
gone.
I mean, at a certain level, yes. Like as a genre, it's one of the lower.
I mean, the
genres.
problem with the genre
there's-
is that it's based off of, like, exploiting your time and your audience so as that they feel like they have to keep wailing away on shit. Right? Like, that's the problem with
Yeah, I mean,
MMOs.
It's like the gacha genre. Like there can be stuff that's good.
Ooh,
for-
that's a
for
good
gacha.
question. Like, which one's more exploitative? It's
gotcha.
gotcha. It's gotcha.
It's gacha.
But
But-
which
but,
one
like,
disrespects their
gotcha-
players' time more? Gotcha or
MMOs.
MMOs. Like gachas just want your money. They don't actually care if you play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say what you will about gacha games. You can do if you do your dailies. Chances are you will be fine.
I love this new color scheme on my dude. Okay, so now we need to find the stairs. Like, I don't give a shit about these chests, because they don't matter. Gotta kill these monsters.
But no, but there are like better and worse games inside of the MMO or gacha genres. It's just the genres themselves are lower tier.
I even
It's
would...
one of those things where it's like,
So like,
I
Final
feel like
Fantasy
even
14
like
is a
games
good
like
MMO.
okay, so M's not here, so I can just say this. I feel like people who enjoy Final Fantasy 14 and the ways in which they're using the game to express themselves are in spite of the game, not because the game empowers them to do it. Like when I heard people what they need to do to like arrange their furniture in Final Fantasy 14, and basically you're fighting against the system to put things where you want them to be, or like design these creative houses.
Oh,
You-
like,
you-
the whole house thing, even just getting an apartment in that game is almost as much of a nightmare as getting one in real life.
Yeah, like, again, the game could make your life easier. They know that it's a problem, yet they don't do anything because the game's a mess. And every time I say, hey, Final Fantasy 14's kind of a mess, people lose their shit.
The thing is, it's a mess that where you can solo the main content pretty easily. So
And also, like,
and here's the thing,
it's an MMO with a community that isn't totally awful and
Toxic.
toxic.
But here's the thing, like, people do say, oh, yeah, you can solo it. I get that it's better.
I did.
I get that it's
Like-
the best it's ever been, but there's still that weird post-game grind that still
Listen,
sucks.
I
Man,
played that
the
game for
post-game
30
is-
hours.
Like, dude, with all these expansions, the post game is like after 200 hours.
Yeah,
200-hour game.
I
for
don't-
the main story.
I haven't touched it because I've watched people play it. I don't.
I know,
I'm
but-
okay. I'm okay.
The
I'm okay.
soundtrack's real good.
I'm okay.
I put 60 hours into it, like just doing like the main base game.
Yeah,
Is probably a worthwhile experience.
I
just so you
played
get to
30
like that-
hours of A Realm Reborn and just barely got to where that game seems to
What
have
the
a plot.
fuck is the exit? This is
Like,
my
the
least favorite
plot
part about these dungeons.
Is definitely a plot, and like there's plot happening in between the expansions, which is nice. Like they'll do like free updates for the plots to like bridge the expansions. So I played up through the beginning of Heaven's Ward,
Uh-huh.
but I stopped there because I hate that faction. with a passion. Like the faction of like the ice elves who are fighting the dragons. I'm fully on
That's
the
a very
on Team
EverQuest
Dragon.
thing.
I'm very much on Team Dragon. The dragons should just like drive them out of the dragon homeland. Kill the colonizers. That's what I say.
Wait, where
Uh,
is the
so
exit?
I dropped off that.
What the fuck?
You're trapped here forever. You know, I really enjoyed the I forget the name of the guy, but it's that post Realm Reborn quest chain. It's like the slapstick comedy quest chain.
Oh, this is the
There's
guy
good
that
moments
everyone's
there.
thirsty about? What's his bucket?
Wait, is everyone thirsty about that guy? No, I think it's a different one.
Okay.
Like
The guy
this
with
guy
the
is
weird
like
pale skin and the weird curly hair.
no, this is the guy with like a tuxedo suit top and then like shorts,
Okay.
like short shorts below
Is it
that.
up here?
Like, no, I haven't seen anything
What
talk
the
about that
fuck?
quest line. Because I guess it's pretty early. But some good comedic bits, like surprisingly good slapstick moments in the
Where-
video game.
I'm stuck.
So I want you to play the game up through those.
No,
that
we-
quest.
I've laid out the gauntlet as to how when we play 14, it will be the only game that we cover for an entire year, because we will cover and review each of its expansion packs separately.
That's tedious.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Fuck. Yeah, because I hate myself.
Final Fantasy 14 is the game where I started to disassociate during cutscenes, and that's when I started thinking about like the scale of Catgirl. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
But
where's
what
like
about
the
what
middle?
about Baradaddies? The big weird horned people that have like pecs, and then the twink bunny
if-
boys.
I don't wait. Aren't the bunny people in 14? I think the bunny people are 11.
No, they brought the bunny people back.
The bunny
Oh, that
people
must
are
be
in
an
14.
expansion. Must be an expansion, because I didn't see them in the base game.
Yeah, they were added later.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
added recently, in fact.
No, it's just Catgirls and Catboys.
Okay. And the weird little
but-
people,
And the weird little people.
which in Final Fantasy XI talk like babies, which is really creepy.
I guess it's slightly better in 14, but not by much. But yeah, 14 is like one of the best MMOs for an MMO. That doesn't mean it's a good game, which means it's a good MMO. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's a bar. It's a low bar. Like, Let's go back to our talk about the Video Game Hall of Fame. Would you put RuneScape in the Video Game Hall of Fame?
Sure.
Absolutely not. Goes straight into the incinerator.
Probably need to put it in the Hall of Fame. Like, EverQuest rightfully deserves to be in the Hall of
An
Fame.
entire generation of kids
In libraries.
in libraries.
In school libraries.
RuneScape is the people's MMO, is what I'm saying.
I don't know, man. When
It's like
when I was in
literally,
school, it
we
was always
joke, but
like
it's
brothers.
literally like
That
one
and
of the most
Toontown
played.
Online.
It's honestly, it consistently does very well. RuneScape Classic does very well on Steam in terms of concurrent number of players.
Look, I'm just saying, when I was growing up, it was always the gross nerds who played RuneScape. That's all I'm saying.
The grossest nerds.
Yeah,
How
it was
dare
like that and like Magic the Gathering. Like the gross nerds played those, and that turned me off with those things forever.
I mean, Magic the Gathering people were bad people.
Yes.
I say as I wear a shirt with Pac-Man on it.
Oh yes, famous sex pest Pac-Man.
I mean, he eats the booty like Pac-Man.
I mean,
Waka,
I mean,
waka,
also
waka,
surprised-
waka, waka.
I was real shocked when Pac-Man got canceled, a few years ago. But thinking about it, it makes sense. Like what he did to those ghosts.
Ate
off
him
screen.
whole, bored him.
No, I'm saying that we all should have listened to what Miss Pac-Man was saying back in the 90s.
Waka 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 waka. That's what she said. I'm quoting her.
Alright, so which classic arcade game character is most likely to be a sex pest, besides Pac-Man?
The spaceship and asteroids.
Mr. Do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sergeant Havoc. The weird smiley face in Berserk.
The chef from Burger Time.
Oh, wow, really?
Oh, the
or
kid.
the guy from
kid,
Tapper.
The kid from the ice cream game.
Oh, the kid.
Who's the kid from the ice cream game where his face gets all big?
So
to
the
eat
kid
the
is
ice
the
cream?
problem. Or is the kid
Mr. Game & Watch?
Oh, jeez, what did he do?
I mean, have you seen what he does in Smash?
Oh, true, yeah, no, he really smashes. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. It's nice to know that at
God
least one of
damn it.
you
Fuck
is gonna
this.
beat Biomotor Unitron.
I fucking hate this.
It's not gonna be me.
Fuck this.
I should
This
probably play more of
sucks.
that game. I should play more of this game.
I-
Anyway, see y'all.
Okay, there we go. Found the exit. Sometimes I can find the exit real quick, and sometimes I'm just wallowing in pain. My own pain and self-loathing, like I'm living a real life. Is this the real life that I want to live, Brayden?
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide?
Landslide, no escape from reality. I have my Chris's theory of white people,
Uh-huh.
which is when you are at a party, for every white person in the party, if they are consuming alcohol, the odds of you getting the complete lyric exponentially increases for every white person.
Okay, but what about Asian people at parties? You're allowed to make those jokes.
They don't increase the odds of getting the complete lyrics of Bohemian Rhapsody.
What do they increase? You're allowed to make these jokes.
Honestly, like,
Also, I don't go to parties.
so also I like, this is gonna sound weird. Theme song to Evangelion, still very popular in Japanese karaoke bars. Like,
That's not weird. That's
It's-
just fact.
it's still pretty goddamn popular in karaoke. Could you pull off the singing the Evangelion song?
Sa un koku no tenshin. Shonen
What's your favorite
shiren.
what's your favorite English voice cast for Evangelion?
I mean, so, you know, I have nostalgia for that original ADV dub.
Especially Asuka.
Yeah, no, listen, of course.
I don't know if I like the original Shinji though.
Spike Spencer. I do think it's, like, interesting that when Netflix got the distribution for that last Ava film, they went to the trouble of redubbing all of those rebuild movies again with the original cast.
I wonder why they would do that.
Because it sounds like...
I know what you're suggesting. Why don't you explain to the audience?
So Funimation did the dubs for the first 3.
That's a
Ava
name you can
rebuild-
rely on. They have a wonderful website that would stream anime, right?
Yeah, well, I think, yeah, that was around the time the merger was happening. But, anyway, it's weird.
They did their own voice cast.
Because there's a lot of overlap
Yeah.
between the Funimation dub and the Amazon dub of those movies. Because, it's still, what's her name?
Yeah.
As Misato, and it's still Spike Spencer as Shinji, and so on and so forth. And it's also a completely different dub than the Netflix dub
Yeah.
of the original series, which I think, which has no overlap whatsoever, and I think is most, like, the performances themselves are good, the script is, well,
Yeah.
people have
We don't...
people have already gone
Hey,
over, like,
all
the
I will say
weird-
is making Shinji slightly less queer is...
the weird queer erasure stuff, but also, like, some very specific, like, phrasing. Like, they say, oh, the third children has shown up, and you're like, what? Why are you using children in a singular form? It's weird.
At least they made End of Evangelion readily and easily available.
Oh yeah, no, and they also did good when they, put out the DVD Blu-ray set, and
It had the original
if
cast.
it had both the original dub and the new one.
God damn.
But yeah, any of the parts in that original ADV dub where it's not the main cast, boy.
It's rough. I don't think it's
It
the end of
is
the world.
No, but
Um,
it's an anime dub from the late 90s, early aughts.
I think that original ADV dub also takes a few creative liberties that some people
Yep.
let slide because it was their first impressions of Evangelion.
And also, yeah, that stuff was more okay.
Like, if you want to talk about queer erasure, that first TV airing in the United States has a lot of it.
But, I have a lot of affection for it.
Bro, this boss doesn't allow me to see their HP and MP.
And also,
Oh, this is my least favorite thing. I hate this. I hate bosses that prevent me from seeing their HP and MP.
I just really like how that last movie ended.
Yeah! Yeah.
Because a friend of mine watched it recently, and I'm like, yeah. It was a good reminder that, like, I don't know. Listen, Hideaki Anno is a filmmaker I would describe as self-indulgent.
Yeah. I also
Like,
feel
and-
like Boy,
those
that
movies-
third movie, huh?
Yeah.
That third movie is just him giving his entire audience the middle
Yeah,
finger, and I thought
love
that,
it.
hey, he's gonna give the middle finger again, and then he actually
No.
just delivered on a good, solid experience that just
No,
puts an end
he
note on
said,
it.
He said, we need to stop.
Also, I really like my favorite underrated thing about about the film series. I really like what they did with Toji.
Yeah.
His whole plot arc in the movie franchise
Yep.
makes me feel something, dude. Makes me feel
Yep.
something. Because some of y'all that remember the TV series, he just gets fridged.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, Toji's hurt.
yeah.
He loses his leg, bye. And then if you read the manga, he just straight up dies.
Well, the manga's its own weird thing, too.
Right. It's kind of like,
Because-
if you've only ever seen Akira, you should read the manga. Because holy shit, dude, the manga for
'Cause, yeah.
Akira is insane. They're like,
But
what if
it's
we actually
like the
gave all these
reverse
characters?
of that, where it's a manga based on an anime, and the creative choices they make.
I think that the creative
Especially-
choices
yeah.
they made in the Evangelion manga are mostly bad.
Yeah. They seem bad.
Like I said, they kill Toji. He just dies.
Yeah.
And then, like, Asuka is like a traditional tsundere that does fall in love with shit. It's all bad. But then again, they did that in the second Steel Girlfriend visual novel game. Hey, did I tell you what the second visual novel is about?
Yes.
It takes place in the
yes.
episode where it's Shinji's dreams of, like, what if he wasn't an Eagle
Yeah,
pilot?
it's the AU.
And I guess the fundamental problem with, like, both of those visual novels is, like, what if Shinji was a heteronormative boy that had a crush on a girl?
What if the characters in Evangelion were straight and didn't have problems?
Yeah. There's that one, what is it, the N64 game where you can play any character, including, like,
Some of the angels.
the bodyguard. You can play Shinji's father and try to be a decent father. Giving him words of encouragement. Like, that's an actual dialogue choice you can make. I forget if that's the PS1 or the N64 game.
The N64 one's like a fighting game or something.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is something that you could, like, say is, like, the biggest indictment against Anno. Like, he could have played a more active role in preventing the commercialization of Evangelion, but he didn't.
And he took that all the way to the bank. Also, to be fair, he was
Anno
very
doesn't give a shit if it's not the anime that he touches. Like I said,
Yeah.
there's that Gunbusters strip mahjong game.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
I should
practically
watch
already
Gunbusters.
naked, but... I hear good things about Shin Kamen Riders.
Yeah. I need to watch Shin Kamen Rider and Shin Ultraman.
God damn it. Ah, it's Naked Fish Head, man. You see any good VTubers recently?
I haven't watched a ton of YouTuber stuff in the last couple weeks. I mean, I still watch the twins sometimes. Because I think they're fun.
I think they're fun. My problem, they are also one of those VTuber
They are still
groups.
extremely in character.
They're very much in character, but also, like, everybody's doing nothing but karaoke streams now.
They haven't. They play
sing.
a lot of games.
They sing. They sing.
Yeah.
They have karaoke streams, but it seems like, and this was my worry, everybody is a singer, and it's a lot of singing. And I actually don't like the singing VTubers all that much.
Mm.
I like the VTubers who are just incredulous with the video games that they're playing. And also, yeah, I feel like all of my favorite VTubers have graduated.
It's fine. They're probably still around under a different name. I was extremely sad when the two guys from Holostars English clearly left under let's say less than amiable circumstances.
Yeah.
Because and then weirdly enough, their former accounts, their old identities, weirdly enough, started streaming like right after that announcement.
Yeah.
So,
Like, what do you think it says that, like, Aikazuna still hasn't come out of her, like, hiatus?
oh no, she retired.
She retired right? Oh.
Yeah, she fully retired.
I thought she was just on hiatus. Like, I just need to take a break.
Nope. She cashed in and said, "I'm done.
Like, this is too much fucking work. I'm done."
I got my character back." Because there was the whole thing between her and the parent company where they, you know, they had multiple people playing the
right.
character.
That's right.
And
I remember the bad clones.
yeah, like, and there was some backlash to that, and then you
They're
know,
like, okay, fine.
and then a few years later, she basically got the rights to her character back, and you know, went on tour.
And then was like,
and
okay, I'm done.
And then cashed out and said, "I'm good," and I respect that. Because she's the OG.
She was the original gangster.
And also she was like hawking NFTs right before she
was
quit.
also like very. I feel like the first person is like, yeah, this is a lot of work. You guys ever notice that I have to stream for like 12 hours per day?
Yeah, and that's not even getting into like the hellscape that is like being an agency VTuber.
Yeah.
Where they expect you to be an idol.
Oh, right. Like, this is why I think that the male VTubers had kind of a rough go at it, is because, like, the idol aspect wasn't there, and so there was less money.
I also think, you know, it's weird, because, you know, for Holostars, they are very much siloed off into, like, their own corner of shame. And only a handful of the girls will collab with them. But then in Meiji Sanji, no one gives a fuck. It's a lot more casual.
Fuck is this level? Fuck this! The fuck? Fuck me. Oh, I need to go down.
Anyway, Quake 2's pretty good.
Remaster is good. Is that gonna be on your GOTY? I will disqualify you.
No, because it's old.
You're old. You're old.
Quake 2 would be on the old GOTY list.
I hate this.
But do you want to play that Game Boy Color game? Because it seems like that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Biomotor Unitron and that Towers game.
I'm gonna take a break for a few days after this.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are we in a rush to record this podcast? Like, our last episode hasn't even aired yet, right?
It just dropped.
It just dropped?
Like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, fuck.
Um.
Give me another week. Why? What? Fuck this! Like, when you're just in the dungeons just, like, exploring and just trying to, like, generate combat to, like, get new robot parts, that's fine. The minute that you actually need to, like, fucking think about, like, how to get from point A to point B and actually give a shit about that, it's the worst, because there's no help, there's no maps, because it's all procedurally generated from, like, one of 18 fucking templates, and just knowing where to go sucks shit. Brayden, this sucks. And I've still got 3 dungeons after this.
You know, you don't have to finish the game.
Fuck you. I mean that with love.
I'm not gonna. I finished my plate. Oh, I hate this. Alas.
You don't need to make fun of me. I have a right to complain. It's my human rights.
It's my human right to make fun of you.
Fuck you. You know you don't need to make fun of people. You could not cyberbully people. You could expect...
You know, you don't have to... You also don't have to
I
finish
am
Biomotor
so fucking
Unitron.
close. You don't even know.
You have
You
3 more
didn't
dungeons.
need to beat Daymare. You didn't need to beat Daymare. I'm gonna go there.
No, I did. Because it's for
Then
the
why are you
it's for
giving
the
me shit
content.
here?
It's for the content, baby.
You didn't need to beat Daymare.
But I did, because I paid $26 for it. Also, I don't know. I feel like you've already played more Biomotor Unitron than I played of Daymare 94.
What if I mute the game and then play it fast forward?
Yeah. There's no such thing as cheating in a single-player game, I've heard.
What do you think everybody's talking about? Pillars of Eternity. Do you think, Brayden, that Gino will annoy you with how he characterizes the core design?
He's like,
of
the
Pillars
characters are just, they're just, you know,
I
it's
think
just,
he's having
it's
fun
one
with
of
it.
those. It's just one of those. It's like, you've played 2 of these.
The only Fallout game they've played is Fallout 3.
I don't know. M seems into it, so
Maybe you won't want to eat your own eyeballs out?
maybe I won't spend the entire podcast going.
You should write in with a letter. Oh, I know.
A strongly worded letter.
What if we make a bingo sheet? What if we make bingo sheets for their episode on Pillars of Eternity?
Okay. I can do that.
One of
right
those
now.
should be on one of the boxes.
Pete is entirely dismissive of games mechanics. Because nothing about this game says Pete Busby to me. And maybe part of that is because he's not on the Discord, so he doesn't deal with our inane bullshit all the time.
You seemed disgusted when I said that I used the term belly button pussy.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the Pac-Man t-shirt. I'm a very mature man. I'm a grown-up.
All right, I'm gonna
Go home.
fill out this bingo sheet.
You're gonna actually do this?
Yeah, it'll be funny. That or I don't know. I just think M very excitedly talks about mechanics and lesbians.
Uh-huh.
The other 2, yep.
Oh, thank God. Final area. Underwater bullshit. So done with this.
see that a more civilized age got into the Star Wars hotel before they closed it down.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
Because it seems like that's what they're posting on Twitter. And listen, I don't listen to that podcast because the idea of listening to people break down a show for children,
Yeah,
you know,
it's really appealing.
yeah, it's really appealing.
But also, if there's one thing that I feel you can dunk on, it's that Star Wars hotel.
Yeah, but I think it's really funny that they got in. But yeah, I mean, even that Ahsoka show apparently
It's good.
is. See, I've heard the opposite.
Oh, really? People don't like it?
I've heard that like people who are not already
Well,
like.
Brayden, I have a proposal. I'm having an okay time with it. Why don't you ping Em and ask her what she thinks of the Ashoka show? And then you should take her authority about
Oh,
it
you mean the person
as law.
who?
As Ashoka as a tattoo.
Yeah. I don't care about anything enough to have a tattoo.
I don't like needles. I genuinely am afraid of needles. Like, I don't even like getting my flu shot.
Oh, that reminds me, it's time to re-up that flu shot.
I-
Re-up that booster.
Wait, are they doing boosters, or is it... I thought it was just the flu shot.
COVID boosters, I think. It's a yearly thing, like a flu shot.
Oh, okay. Last time I got boosted, it really messed me up. And I still got COVID this year. How long did it take you to recover from COVID? It was like 2 weeks for me.
Yeah, it was like a good 2 weeks before I was.
It was like real bad stuff for like
it was
4 or
yeah,
5
it was
days.
really bad for like 4 or 5
And then like
days.
it was just a malaise for like I said, it took me 2 weeks to get over the malaise.
Yeah, no, it fucked me up.
The weird thing is like I had chills. I kind of had a
They're
fever.
multiplying.
I had the diarrhea, but I didn't have the headaches. And honestly, I would have taken the headaches over the diarrhea. Look at that squid. I've already seen this Kraken model, though. And he has the same attacks as the last guy, except it's a different color.
Oh, you're fighting the Kraken.
Yeah. Ray.
Oh. I was just reminded.
Uh-huh.
A very important game comes out next week.
What is that game?
Eternites.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. It's also on sale, so I could get it for $35.
It's 10% off.
Remember when I played the
If you
demo for that
pre-order it.
game and we were both like, yeah, I think this is something we're gonna play.
we were both like, oh, it's like Persona budget and trashy.
There's a reference about those guys
About
sharing
jerking it.
hentai magazines.
Yep.
They're dick jokes. You meet the goddess that helps you prevent the end of the world, and you go up. She goes like, "You see this dot? This is you." And then you joke, "Can't you make my dot bigger?" And it's like, "I've seen your dot. It is small." Calls you out
Yeah.
for having a small dick. Get it? Because it's funny. Dick jokes.
Yeah.
That like Yusuke Hamamura sidekick character is so fucking good though.
Bootleg Yosuke. Yeah.
Oh, he's so good because they own it. They own it so well. I forgot that this is the dungeon that has the weird Sesame Street enemies. Fuck, you're right. That game does come out. Damn it.
Next week.
Ugh. I might actually buy that at launch.
It's $30.
It's not
It's
that.
half the price of a full price game. And all of the advertisement for it is just like, hey man,
Yo.
you can date girls.
There's like 3 girls if I check.
Yeah.
Can I date the guy? Can I be
No.
gays?
No. This is very heteronormative.
I just, man, that game. Do you think that game will end up being better or worse than Akiba's Trip in terms of just owning its shit?
Well, the thing about Akiba's Trip is at least it's like also goofing on.
I feel like Enter Knights is goofing on like idol culture.
Yeah.
My thing is that like that game seemed just as repetitious.
Yeah.
It's a Dynasty Warriors beat 'em up game.
You rip off their clothes.
Yeah, I will play that game. I will say this right now. I will even promise to play that game on stream. God damn it.
Okay. Well, the good news is now you've saved me from having to do it.
That game can't be long, though.
No.
I bet that tops out at like 30 hours. It's probably one of those games where, like, the replayability of, like, dating a different girl is how you get your mileage. I bet. Do you think that game will be put on sale during this year's winter sale? Like, the year that, like, months after it came out?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking through this list of Game Boy Advance ROMs, and there sure is a Neon Genesis Evangelion Mahjong game for the Game Boy Color.
Oh, it's a Game Boy Color, so it's not gonna have porn. The other Anno Mahjong games are porn. I'm warning you now.
I am aware.
Oh, there's the stairs. That was quick. Yeah, sometimes it's quick. Sometimes it's painless. Especially
Alright,
if you
I'll
don't
be back in a sec.
care about stuff. Anybody can join. You can join. You can join right now and be like Brayden, talking about stuff. Talking shop. Oh, God. Okay, I've been lucky so far. Ah. That is super lucky. heal before the battle. But should I? Really? That was like 4 steps! It's not even that this is hard, it's that there's 4 regions, which I realize represent the elements, but now I'm gonna have to do the dungeon underneath the arena, and 1 more dungeon after this. At least I've absolved myself to not give a damn about treasure chests. And here's my problem, like am I gonna have to go up from that intersection, or should I go down? Okay, I should have gone down. Damn it. Damn it! There's an evil bird thing. Like a legendary Pokémon's. I got a robots. I just did a loop. I hate my life. Ugh. 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 I wish there was like some sort of repellent, like there is in Pokemon, where it's like, just, I don't want to deal with random encounters for a bit. Just, I need a break. Encounter none. Add it to more games. Am I one-shooting everything? Yes. I upgraded my character. Jatsu, you can join. Or you could be busy. I shouldn't even say this. Also notice how my robot is a different color. I equipped the core of light. So now he's extra strong against dark magic, which is the final boss. I've got 2 more dungeons after this one. It's like an onion, it's got layers. Shrek, right? Okay, now I'm an all-star. It's the legendary Pokemon Rock. Same Pokemons. I mean, Unitrons. Zappa took 21 damage. Oh no! Ow. Stop hitting me for more than 1 damage. Yeah, that's good. Kill that bird. Eat some fried chicken! Okay, let me guess this is your special attack where you do extra damage. Wow, you did 14. Great. You're dead. I won. I got a syrup. Control went up. I got the white emblem. Oh, is that the most problematic emblem? Okay, let's go. I'm finding some crystals. They've got positive energy. Whatever shall I do? I
love
need to...
crystals.
No.
I'm back.
No, I'm not gonna ask that question. I was gonna ask, like, what weird... No. No. You know what? Yeah. What weird pseudoscientific, like...
I mean...
thing have you had family members interact with? For me, it's a lot of, like, chiropractic. My dad has back problems, and he's confident that his chiropractor is helping him deal with them in a positive way. And it's like, Dad, please stop.
Essential oils, I don't know.
Jatsu, what kind of pseudoscience medical shit do you deal with in socialized medicine land? You got a lot of psychic doctors? See, you know? No freedom in Canada. Just the normal doctors, really? I find that hard to believe. No one sent claiming that you can pray the cancer away? Wally. There's a face on a tombstone. I got two more. It's this one and one after that. We're gonna do it. You're gonna finish it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I went to a dead end. Sucks. I should have played more yesterday. So what's next on the... I was doing chores. What's next on the dubiosity?
I'm still playing that Song of Horror game.
Why did you let people cyberbully you into finishing it? Haven't you done enough to declare science?
Yeah.
Is this Boom? Did Boom fucking bully you into needing to see the end of the game?
No, Mike did not bully me.
Is this... Oh, it's the Ooga Booga. Was this Lionheart?
This was democracy.
They kept voting? Oh, see, you should just annul... You should incite a riot and then declare yourself the president. Brayden, we don't respect democracy
I'm also
anymore.
Interested.
Oh, Pengun.
least a little interested in seeing.
I shouldn't do January 6 jokes.
No.
Have you ever eaten sea cucumber?
No.
It's, you know, it's a weird texture. I don't recommend it. Have you ever had eel?
No.
I actually like eel.
I don't like seafood.
Oh, that's right. I feel like I've asked you if you like sushi,
I'm not
and
a
like, I
fisher.
don't like seafood.
I like sushi.
Wait, what? Sushi is seafood.
Yeah,
You
but
like it when the
good
fish
sushi-
is, like, alive?
Good sushi is prepared in such a way that it does not feel overwhelming.
What if the fish is deep fried in the shape of a stick?
Fish sticks are fine. Put a little bit of malt vinegar on them, sure. But
Or tartar sauce? Actually, I like hot sauce on my fried fish.
no, I prefer chicken tendos.
Is Long John Silver still a thing? Or did they
I
go
believe it
bankrupt? I remember when they were desperately trying to pair Long John Silvers with like A&W's or Taco Bell, because they're like, shit, man, if we don't put something next to this Long John Silvers, nobody's gonna buy this shit.
Yep.
God damn it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Enter Nights, just because I want trash. I want the right
Yeah.
kind of anime trash, and that looks like the right kind of anime trash. I guess there's something about the idea of playing a game where all of the characters, except all of the girls don't seem like they're trashy people. Actually, no, some of the girls seem like they're trashy. But there's something about playing a game with an ensemble and most of the people are trash and revel in their trashdom.
Yeah.
Fuck! It's not a matter of will I beat the game. It's a matter of fucking when. God damn it, I went in a loop. I hate my life. I hate my life. I hate my life. I think this is gonna this is gonna rank. Could you read our top 10 real quick? Just real quick. Just read the top 10.
Okay.
I don't know if this ranks in the top 10. This might be a top 15.
Mountain Magic 6, Suikoden, Xenosaga 1, Etrian Odyssey Grandia, Panzer Dragoon Saga, Quest for Glory.
Are you singing this in
Ogre
the form
Battle.
of song?
Arcane, no, it's too late. Arcanum and Ultima 4. That is our top 10.
I think this might rank below Ultima 4. Yeah, this ranks below Ultima 4. Like, I set that mummy on fire and he died real good. Is there anything in 2024 you're looking forward to?
I have no idea what's coming out next year.
Google it. Because you know there's going to be no good movies in 2024 because the writer's strike's going to create a bottleneck. Come on, let there be stairs. There are the stairs, yay! Oh my god, we're almost done. Only one more dungeon after this. Zuga.
Bazooka?
I think it's supposed to be like a centipede millipede thing. Like, this is not the first time I've seen a centipede or millipede depicted as that. In fact, having experience with like Japanese storybooks, like I do feel like I've seen that kind of a weird face to represent a centipede or millipede. Oh, man. Oh, dude. The corner that I was banking on there being a set of stairs had a treasure chest. Okay. There we go. There's the demon's lair. You know, I've gone back and forth about whether or not I think real-world instancing was a good thing for JRPGs. No. I am now back in go Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger was right. No random encounters. Fight them if you want to fight them. Like, the reason why I say, hey, the one nice thing about random encounters is that they guarantee that when you do come to what normally could be some pretty brutal roadblocks, you're most of the way there. But Japan just doesn't have enough chill about them. I'm Behemoth. I guard the precious Mother Earth. Yeah, I want to fight you. Oh, yeah, look at that frog. They're not even new encounters. These are previous bosses or monsters that I've already fought. They're just bigger versions of them. I should just kill him. Okay. We're there. Hooray! Just one more dungeon. You guys literally have nothing to say. Alright, let's go and do this shit. You have nothing to say about me beating the elemental gods of the world? Really? Fuck. Okay, let's do this. Brayden, we're at the end of the game!
Oh.
Do you have any other? No, I've already asked this game. I've asked this question. Like, what are your favorite Pokemon clones? You were not a Digimon guy.
No.
We're not a Digimon evolution.
I was Pokemon.
Pokemon only. You lived a sheltered childhood. The fuck is this? How about those in chat? Did you play any Pokemon clones?
Okay, here's a question. How do you feel about tactics games like an FFT or something that have a monster taming mechanic? Like an ogre
So,
battle?
okay, yeah, here's the problem. Like, my problem with monster taming is that if it's the milieu, or basically the whole thing of the tactics game, it's usually good. The problem is that when you have something like Tactics Ogre, unless you're like a weird pervert like me where you need everything, usually the monsters are like horribly handicapped and like not at all good or worth the effort. and needing to tame them kind of sucks. Like, the ogre battle monsters are... They have their uses. They're like
decent.
cannon fodder. Yeah, they're decent, but they're not, like... The problem with the monsters is that they can't really evolve into more advanced forms like your normal units, your normal human units, or even your, like, fantasy units. There's no, like, end game. Like, that's the problem with, like, most of your, specialized units that you pick up by, like, using the steal command. It's not steal, it's basically convinced to join my party. I beat everyone else in your army. Which I did. I just feel like the problem with, like, Japanese tactics games is that the odds and the probability is always, like, stupidly low because that's how they work all the time with those games. It's like, you know, steal. The steal command in every single Final Fantasy game is too goddamn low for its own good.
How else are you gonna get the Genji gloves?
Mug. That big tree stump trying to kill me, but I killed you instead. Yeah, I'm taking a break tomorrow. Biomotor Unitron, you're not hard. You're just kinda annoying at the end once you get a good robot. Like most kids' game, the scaling, not great. But I guess that's like something that kids' games did because, you know, you want the kids to know that because they tried hard, they are rewarded for trying hard. It's like the Dragon Quest. I just want the game to be over. I'm not even angry at it. I don't even hate it. Just put in my time. I want it to be done. Cabra. So you're still gonna have to play more of that game?
Which game?
Your game? Your horror game.
Oh yeah, Song of Horror, yeah. But I think tomorrow might be
it.
Be it
If you die again, are you just calling it, or
yeah.
or are you like close?
No. I'm
Really?
on episode 3 of 5.
Ooh, that's rough. Do you feel like that's a sign of that they just planned for this to be like the big conceit is like you're gonna keep trying, it's like a roguelike.
I wonder.
Oh shit, I am the source of all, I am the master of all. Evil robot got boobies. Those are robot boobs. Rubes. Do you understand? The power that allows you to move your machine comes from me. The source of your power comes from what your kind have taken from my body. Do you think you can beat me using my own power? Do not be foolish. Listen to me. I love all things equally. I allow all things to exist. I have but one wish, that all life may live forever. This is why I gave you my power, that you might gather even more power. And now the time has come. I have enough power to absorb all that is. Come to me, follow me, live with me, live for me. That is your destiny. Doing so shall bring you eternal joy. If you refuse, you shall not experience this. Only suffering and darkness. You must choose. Do you turn over your power to me? Join? No. Oh, yeah, that's a robot with boobage.
Finally.
It's like Mother Brain in Phantasy Star 2. The robot wants control. Notice how that went from 30 to 4 after fucking up their stats. I'm gonna do one more stat debuff. Ugh. Okay. There we go. They did the Dragon Quest 1 thing where the final boss asked if you would join with them.
Yeah.
Does that mean that the second game takes place in an alternate universe where we sided with the evil boss? Ran out of EP robot juice. Aw, man. Oh, damn it. Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus Christ. I almost died there. There we go. You win! How? How is this possible? Why don't you understand? I only wished peace and equality for all. I am the source of all. Why? How? Do you know what will happen? I am the source of all power. If I perish, all your precious cores will die as well. Is that what you want? You will lose your precious machines. The flame of life will go out. All that you have fought with, all you have lived with, will end. Is that what you wanted? Ha ha ha. It ends. It all ends, as do I. There is no future for you. You who kill each other for no reason. Your end is near. Destruction, despair, mark my words. Ha 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 ha. With the destruction of Unitron, all Unitron cores lost their power. Lifeless husks, they began to crack and fall apart without anything to support them. Your Unitron core crumbled to dust as soon as you touched it, flowing like sand through your fingers. Overcome with loss, you remember tears flowing down your face, mixing with the fine powder that was once a Unitron core. That was when you heard the voice, a familiar voice, that and Shira's smiling face. And somehow all was right with the world. Oh, so we have to learn how to not live with technology. It's the ending of Phantasy Star. The sun began to rise in the east, signaling the beginning of a new day. You call out to Shira and receive a silent nod in reply. Now the time has come for you to power the Unitrons yourselves, not with an outside power, but using the power within you. Ah, the power of friendship. A power that is given, a happiness that is provided. These are false things. Sooner or later, they fade away, like the morning dew. Wait, is that a fucking Blade Runner reference? As a new day begins, you and Shira stare at the lifeless Unitrons, and a smile comes over both your lips. This is my sister? You're talking to her like she's my wife? Biomotor Unitron, we did it! So I believe Borgmaster looked it up. The sequel has only a partial fan translation. Like, the attacks are only like anywhere between 5 to 10% translated. So I'm not gonna fuck around with that. Is this the Pokemon Cross Metabots game we needed? You don't even know. Yes. Maybe. What if the dungeons were procedural instead of set in stone, and loot was randomized? Yumekobo. I forget what they did. To be continued? Question mark? Not in English. One year later, at the capital of Rafiais. Oh, it's an epilogue. It's been a while since we've been here. What? Almost a year. So much has happened. Look at all this dust. Time to get the rags out. I get to talk to everyone one more time? Where do you go? Zappa, is that you? It's been a long time. What have you been up to? Where did you go? Let him be. No need to pester. Ah, they did the fucking Chrono Trigger thing of the epilogue allows you to talk to everyone. Ha! Long time no see, Zappa. A new rank. It's called Rank X. We're getting ready for a new tournament with that rank. Come back later when we're ready. See you later, Zappa. Oh, they've got endgame content here. I guess it's like no story, but like
Post-game stuff.
post-game stuff. It's on me, you hear? A banana squash? How about a banana squash? You're still drunk? Okay. Oh, the bad fortune teller now tells good fortunes. Wait, what? D-Town. Okay, so basically everyone has 3 lines of dialogue to share. Uh-huh. How's my fanboy doing? Okay. As a thank you, you got Cressida. Okay, let's talk to the bard lady. Live your life believing in that. What? What? Uh, give me Zeus. Did I just... Uh-huh. Oh, I see how you do that. You have to recollect all of the fucking... Oh, that's heinous. You have to recollect the other 4 elementals to get the other ones that you're missing from that lady, and then you'll be the master of masters of masters. No. No, thank you. Sure, what do you have? Sure. All right. That's the end. Yeah, you have to... You can re-get all of those emblems. So she said that there were 7 gods, and she had the other 3. So you have to do these dungeons all over again. You have to do this 8 more times, and then you'll be able to collect all of them. No, thank you. I'm good. It's the end of the story. I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. Brayden, I think I'm fine. I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm good. I'm good. Pengun says I'm good. You know? He says, fucking drop it, bitch. Got a gun, and I'm a penguin.
Yeah.
They call me Pengun. Look at these. Look at the again. I have to emphasize, like, the feet. Look at these feet. Blood red. Probably from the blood of the people he's murdered, and he's got that gun belt. Just full of bullets. He's ready to shoot you. Look at the malice in these eyes. Look at that. Just holding a gun, and he's got one on the backup in case he, you know, misses. Alright, well, that's Biomotor Unitron. I finished it. You'll probably not even play it.
Fuck you.
I know you. You're like Jeff. Oh, I played it for 2 hours, and then, you know, my wife.
2 hours, my wife wasn't that interested. Alright, well.
Alright. I'm gonna raid Joku, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Bye, everybody. That's Biomotor Unitron. I'm gonna take a break, because that game actually was somewhat exhausting.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, Motor Unitron.